Good evening, everybody. I'm Damian Fay, the principal at Crossroads Elementary. Thank you for being here tonight to celebrate our fifth graders and their D.A.R.E graduation. Officer Goldberg is going to introduce his special guest tonight. I'd like to go ahead and introduce our special guests, which are our students, obviously, so a big round of applause for them. We have our fifth grade teachers, Mr. Bowen Steele. Mrs. Howe. Mrs. Goldberg. And Mrs. Pegg. I'd like to also recognize Mrs. Studstill. Where are you, Mrs. Studstill? Mrs. Becker. You're going to help direct your song tonight. And our assistant principal, Mrs. Henson, is here tonight as well. Students, as you graduate from the D.A.R.E program, you're going to walk away with the skills it's going to take to live a drug-free life. You can be confident knowing how to say no in any situation. When those situations arise and you're feeling pressured, reflect back to your D.A.R.E lessons. Always remember saying no is so much more effective than giving in to a poor decision that you can never take back. Your commitment will help you maintain a healthy lifestyle in which you will be a positive member of your community and at your school and among your friends and your family. I know you'll represent your family, your school, and yourself as a responsible citizen, remaining committed to living drug-free every day, no matter what life brings you. Students, do me a favor real quick. Turn around and face your parents. Yeah, just stand up and turn around and face them, that's fine. I want you to know, even though you may not think so, they do know what they're talking about, and they have been through a lot of things similar to what you're going to face in your teen years. Your parents are also there to help you to face the tough situations in life. So make sure you do go to them, talk with them, and when you're in need of help, scared or worried for yourself or even for a friend. Your parents will love and care for you no matter what. No matter what. All right, guys, have a seat. I'd like to thank the O'Fallon Police Department and the other community members that have helped make our D.A.R.E program a success. Thank you to our special guests again who are in attendance tonight. We'll introduce you guys in a second. And I want to give a special thank you to Officer Dave Gort. Give him a big round of applause, guys. Officer Dor's been an excellent role model for our students, and I'm proud to have him as our D.A.R.E officer at Crossroads Elementary. To our graduates, I'm proud of you and your hard work, and I'm sure you are aware that there will, again, be times in your life where you're going to be challenged and faced with peer pressure. And those times, remember the commitment you're making today. Students, thank you so much for all the hard work you put into this, and again, to the commitment and the promise you're making tonight. Crossroads family is very proud of you. Always stay strong, always stay drug-free. Thank you.
Proud of him. Nice job. So before I introduce myself, I'd like to introduce the officials from the city. We have our police chief, John Neske. The city of O'Fallon mayor, Bill Hennessy. And councilperson Dina Smith, who is the liaison for D.A.R.E. Officer Dave. I allow the kids to call me Officer Dave. I actually prefer it. One of the things we talk about is if I ever see them later in life and they call me Officer Dave, I know that we had a positive time together and that it's a little bit different, right? So if they call me Officer Gord, I know I wrote them a ticket or had to go to their house because their dog was barking or something. So it's just a reminder to something positive. And I shared with them a story of I was working a few years ago doing some secondary work, some off-duty work, and a former student came out of a thrift store and said, Officer Dave. So I'm like, oh yeah, look at this. I haven't seen this kid I hadn't seen him in probably 20 years, 22 years. And he goes, remember me? And I said, yeah, I remember you, you're Cody. And I could tell the kids, I always remember the really, really funny ones and the really, really bad ones. And Cody was a little bit of both. But he was a great kid. He was a fifth grader. And he goes, yeah, I went through your D.A.R.E program. Look at me now, I'm addicted to heroin. And I said, did I tell you to use heroin? Did I ever lie to you? He goes, no. I said, okay, don't put that on me, right? So sometimes, even when they call me Officer Dave, it's sometimes a kick in the teeth, right? To find out that even some of my students that when I first started teaching D.A.R.E, seeing what their lives have turned into. Like one of my favorite kids ever is in the penitentiary. You know, it's a terrible thing, but hopefully through what we talked about, and you're going to hear a little bit in their essays, they're going to put it all together. But I've been with the O'Fallon Police Department now for 13 years. I've been in law enforcement for 24 years. I've been the D.A.R.E officer in the past. I was here in the Crossroads from about 2008 until 2012, and then last year got the privilege of coming back to teaching at Crossroads. And again, this is me and Mr. Fay were talking, it's the first time in like 2 years we've been able to all get together and honor the kids, so it's kind of a really cool feeling. So D.A.R.E.'s been around for a while. D.A.R.E. will continue to be around. I try to teach it real. Like I told them, that I teach them like they're my kids, my nieces, my nephews. There's nothing that I don't talk to them about. And then, of course, you probably heard about the D.A.R.E. box, where they're allowed to ask me whatever they want to ask me. So we've heard everything from, why do you eat donuts, to how long you've been bald. I didn't even know it. And of course, right now we're growing our beards. We were able to do it for charity. November was for ovarian cancer research. One of our sergeants, his wife died in October. October was a really rough month for our department. We lost, between family members and a former officer, we lost like 8 people. And then December was for pancreatic cancer research. Former officer, retired officer, Andy Stowers, who probably was a D.A.R.E. officer at Crossroads at one time. He passed away in October also. So that's the point of the beard. And then the morning band on our badge is for the St. Louis County officer that was killed recently. So that's kind of the ins and outs. Again, I teach the kids all my stuff. They know the most powerful piece of equipment on my uniform is my pen, because I have to write reports, and going through court, that's what keeps people arrested. But of all the 75 million contacts that police have with the public every year, this is one of the things you'll never hear about. The positive things that we get to do, and I appreciate the city and the police department for allowing me, and the school district for allowing me to come in and be a positive role model to the kids. So we're going to, this time, Ms. Studstill is going to lead the kids in a song they've been practicing. So students, if I get you to stand up, turn around and face Ms. Studstill, who's right in the middle. And there could be some talent scouts in the audience, so sing well.
People can tell me what they've done.
guys did an incredible job. Like, we were sitting back there, and at first I was thinking that was a recording. Like, seriously, the acoustics in this place, you gotta give it to Wentzville on this building. You guys did a great job. We've heard it a couple times this week. We might have heard it a few times in our lives. This song, we were kind of doing the beat, but hey, great job. Riley, you made it. Nice. Nice. I was worried you weren't going to be here. Again, hopefully you guys, thank you to Ms. Dusdale for getting the kids prepared, and good job for, facing some nervous tension by facing the crowd and your parents and saying you guys did an excellent job. And that's part of what we talk about, is just confident communication and believing in yourself, and you guys did a wonderful job. One of the things that we also do in D.A.R.E. is at the end, the kids are asked to write a personal testimony, is what they call it. I changed it years ago. We used to do a D.A.R.E. report, and it would talk about all the things about D.A.R.E. And my thing was, well, what did they learn and how are they going to apply it? So if you, back in, I don't know, maybe 2008, 2009, I decided that we need to do something different, and I created what's called a D.A.R.E. report. And it's a letter to yourself. And the kids are asked to start thinking about what they learned and how it's going to help them going into middle school, going into high school, maybe after graduation, or just in life, and what they can do if they're ever faced with any negative consequence, not just drugs, but any negative situation. And I, of course, shared my stories of things that have happened to my daughter as a junior. She goes to Fort Small West High School, but shared some of the things that she's already faced, and try to apply it to something that they're going to talk about. So we did an anonymous vote. The kids put their head down, and they were chosen by their class, so there's a class representative. So for Mr. Bonasdeal's class, we have Savannah Hunt. You come up. For Miss Alix class, we have Charlie Norelka come up. For Miss Over's class, Lillian Burnett. And for Miss Pegg's class, Cullen Roach. Looking at the redness of their face, we'll go ahead, because I know this guy can handle this right now. Charlie, you want to start it off? I knew you would. Good.
Dear myself, my name is Charlie. I am 10 years old, in 5th grade, and love bugs. I live in Calamar Court, Keystone Crossing, O'Fallon, Missouri. I like to read, and I'm curious. I feel my strengths are remembering facts and reading. I feel I'm good at cheering people up. I feel like the D.A.R.E. program is important in 5th grade and is a great way to teach people about drugs and their dangers while they are still kids. I think it is important to recognize those dangers and avoid them. Drugs are powerful things, and it is important that children learn about their dangers when they are young. I am a mix of excited and nervous to go to middle school, and I want to be in a chess club and a bug club. In high school, I want to take entomology classes. I don't know what clubs, groups, and teams I will be involved in. After graduation, I will go to college and get a master's degree in entomology. After I get my degree, I will get a job as an entomologist. It will be important to stay drug-free for my future, because if my mind and body are affected by drugs, I might not get my job. It is important to know the D.A.R.E. decision-making model because it can help you solve problems later in life. I pledge to be drug-free because if my mind and body are affected by drugs, I could not get a good job, lose relationships, and not accomplish my goals for life. Sincerely, Charlie. Yes, whenever you're feeling down, just remember to be the most motivational ones of all. Let's do the best.
Dear future Cohen, I am 10 years old and in the 5th grade. I personally think that I am funny and silly. I can also be described as energetic. As you probably remember, I'm really into Pokemon. I love bottle flipping, dice stacking, and singing as well. This year is definitely a change for me. I've lived in the same house my entire life, and my brother is now living in another state for college. I feel like I'm good at soccer and basketball, and when I get to middle school, I hope to try out for the basketball team there. For the past few months, one of my favorite parts of 5th grade has been the D.A.R.E program. My D.A.R.E officer, Officer Dave, is funny and loves to joke around. He is an amazing D.A.R.E officer. Even though he jokes around, Officer Dave is serious about our education on drugs. I think having the D.A.R.E program in 5th grade is important because we need to know the information about how dangerous drugs can be. For example, fentanyl is an elephant tranquilizer, and if a human even touches it, he or she could die. Drugs can be really frightening. That's why we need the D.A.R.E program, to educate us and help us make the right decisions. When I get to middle school, I'm looking forward to having a locker and multiple different classes. I think moving from one room to another is going to be a nice change from staying in one classroom the whole day. I'd also like to try to do middle school choir. When it comes to high school, I think I will be a student that is smart and excels in classes, but is also a fun person. One of my goals for high school is to be a pianist. To prepare for that, all I have to do is practice the piano. I'd also like to try out for the high school basketball team there. After graduation, I want to go to college. While I'm at college, I will probably study music. I think it is important to stay drug-free in my future because there are some severe illnesses I could possibly get if I do drugs, such as lung cancer from smoking tobacco. I know I can stay drug-free because Officer Dave taught me about peer pressure and how to fight it. Officer Dave also taught about how dangerous drugs are, so I know what not to do. I think having the D.A.R.E decision-making model is important because if I ever have a problem, I can look back at the model and think about what to do. Discussing peer pressure, confident communications, risks, consequences, dealing with stressful situations, and being helpful was important for me because those things helped me prepare for any time a real-life scenario might happen. I promise to be drug-free because I've learned that drugs can be very dangerous and addicting. Sincerely, Kelly Roach.
My name is Sylvia and I'm 10 years old and I'm in 5th grade. My hobbies are sketching, listening to music, and watching Netflix. I live in O'Fallon, Missouri with my mom, my dad, my sister Ava, and my brother Kyler. I think that I'm a funny, caring person. One of my strengths is that I'm getting better at volleyball and I'm starting it soon. I make sure that my friends are safe and I'm always there for them when they need me because I don't want it to lead into something bad. I make sure I stand up to my friends because I would absolutely hate to see them upset. The D.A.R.E program was great. It was fun getting to meet Officer Dave and seeing everyone today, especially the stories he told us. 5th grade is so lucky to have him. He's honestly the best officer I've ever met. But yes, I think the D.A.R.E program is very important to our schools because it saves many people's lives. The D.A.R.E lessons show you the damage drugs can do to you, such as lung cancer, depression, addiction, death, and more. It's scary that this can all happen just because of the drugs. When I go into middle school, I want to do cheer and student council. I love to help people out and I want to get better at cheer and hopefully do it in high school too. In high school, my goals are to be a really good volleyball player. I'm somewhat good right now, but I really hope I can reach a school. Another one of my goals is to be a drug-free person. I can't imagine how hard life could be if I took drugs, especially the stress. 2 activities I want to do in high school are cheer and theater. I love acting and I really want to be in plays. And I also love football games, so it'd be fun to cheer for them. I think it'll be important to stay drug-free in the future because it can make your life 10 times better and so much healthier. You will get to see your family and have good relationships with them, and you will get to do stuff you want to do in life, and so much more. If you want a good life in the future, don't do drugs. Be a clean, healthy person and live your best life. I promise to be drug-free because I want a good relationship with my family and friends and to live the best life I've wished for. Sincerely, Lily.
Dear future me, I'm 10 years old, which means I'm in 5th grade now. I live in O'Fallon, Missouri, and attend Crossroads Elementary. I have 2 younger sisters, Carolina and Gloriana, 2 cats, Chief and Midnight, 2 puppies, Bill and Boone, and my mom and dad. My favorite thing to do is art, especially drawing, because that's what I'm good at. I'm good at math, even though I don't like it that much. I swim for fast with my neighbor and best friend, Allie. I would like to learn to play guitar. I'm excited to play ice hockey this season. I love ice skating. I would also like to learn sign language. It's important to complete the D.A.R.E program before we enter a new school next year with new temptations and challenges, good or bad. Going into middle school, I'm looking forward to joining the art club. They better have an art club. In band, I hope to continue pursuing art in high school. I want to complete in ice hockey or swimming in high school. My mom's goal is for me to be in the highest math class. I hope I am. I think I'll be a funny student. After graduation, I I want to move to Atlanta or Savannah, Georgia, where my Aunt Mimi lives and takes care of animals. I want to take care of animals too with her. She has a business where she pet sits all types of animals. I love animals. My favorite animal is a bird because I want to fly. I think it's important to stay away from drugs so I can be there for my family and take care of more animals with good care. The D.A.R.E decision-making model will help me stay drug-free if I listen to what Officer Dave says. I can use these skills for a lot of situations that may be thrust upon me, not just drugs and alcohol. I will be better able to assess risk and evaluate potential consequences. I'll be more confident in my communication, especially when dealing with peer pressure, but any other communication as well. As I enter middle school and then high school, I'll be better able to deal with stressful situations. If you find enough things that bring you joy, you won't need to turn to drugs and alcohol. Say no to drugs and yes to your future. I pledge to be drug-free for my family, especially my sisters. Sincerely, Savannah Hunt.
All right, at this time, Councilperson Dina Smith is going to come up. She has a few words and a gift from the council.
All right, those were some great speeches. Let's go ahead and give them another round of applause. Well, hello, Crossroads Elementary, awesome fifth graders. It is a pleasure to be here to celebrate what you have accomplished with the D.A.R.E program. You know, this is really cool for me to be here because D.A.R.E started back in the 1980s. Yes, I know it's a very long time ago, way before you were born and maybe even some of your parents. So I had the opportunity when I was in high school back then to actually bring D.A.R.E to my high school when it was brand new as a D.A.R.E club. So it's really cool to be here talking to you today about D.A.R.E. So because of D.A.R.E, you have great knowledge and the tools that you need to handle many issues as you enter middle school, high school, and even as an adult. Yes, us adults even can benefit from some of the amazing things you have learned from D.A.R.E. Always keep this information that you have learned really close to you in your back pocket, because you can always use these skills to make good choices, because everything you do in life is about a choice. Sometimes those choices can impact you for the rest of your life. Just remember to look back what you have learned from the D.A.R.E program before you have acted. Lastly, I challenge you to be a leader. Lead by example. Lead in the classroom, lead at home, lead in your sport or activity. You never know who you will impact or who is watching you or what your future might hold. Perhaps you will be here where I am addressing future awesome fifth graders about D.A.R.E. So on behalf of the O'Fallon City Council, congratulations on completing your D.A.R.E program, and we wish you the best and brightest future. So I'd also like to recognize Officer Dave, your teachers, and your family that are here to support you. So let's give them a round of applause as well. So you may or may not know that we do choose one of the awesome speakers behind us to come to a city council meeting and actually read their letter to themselves in front of the city council. And that will actually is tentatively planned for the last Thursday in January, which is January 27th. And now I am going to announce who that person will be. That will be Cohen Roach. See me after we're done here so I can get your contact information so that we can set this up. Thank you.
And not to take away from Cohen's excitement, one of the essays, I don't know if you could hear it, Come here, Savannah. Read that. So they can hear it.
If you find enough things in life that bring you joy, you don't need to turn to drugs and alcohol.
I just wanted to recognize that. I used that in actually my other graduations. I thought it was really cool that a fifth grader would come up with something like that. And you heard from her essay that she is all about being positive. She has plans in life. And anyway, I typed up that little quote that she had and had a frame. I know I'm all artsy, DIY now, and all that. Like me and Joanna Gaines are like this. So as soon as that protection order expires, me and her are going to talk. So at this time, we're going to have Mr. Bonesteel's class come up for your diplomas. Just a momentary delay as Mr. B heard some cats.
Thank you. So first off, a quick hello to anybody watching at home on a live stream. If you can't be here, we're glad you're joining us online. And then as I look at our group, and I'll speak for all the teachers right now when I say this, is that even though we only had a few, essay winners and letters read up here, everybody has something. Everybody has something that caught me, and got my attention during their letter. And that's an awesome thing to take away. So you can always look back and think about your fifth grade, letter to yourself, and there's something important you wrote there. And everybody, I can look down my roster, everybody had something that was important. So, good job. This is a great night, and you should remember it forever. I was talking to my class, I remember my fifth grade D.A.R.E graduation, so it sticks with you. So having said that, again, thanks again for joining us, and I will, once I read your name, please join us, walk across the stage. We have some people waiting to shake your hand, and you'll get something. Cooper Abbott. John Coulter. Landon Cotton. Peyton Curry. Aaliyah Davis. Lillian Dull. Bentley Ford. Caitlin Fox. Lucy Grevenberg, not with us tonight, but hopefully watching at home. Savannah Hunt. Kingston Johnson. Gray Jones. Aiden Matthews. Again, hopefully watching at home, Addison Merritt. Stella Gwynn. Hopefully watching at home, Noah Pantano. Corinne Pop. Vinny Colorado. Isabella Pearson. Jillian Preston. Lily Redeker. Liam Rhodes. Hopefully watching at home, Michaela Seiler. Landon Tassios. Braden Walta. And Kaden Youngberg.
Good evening, and thank you all for joining us. If you're watching at home, we're glad that you're here also. Boys and girls, you've done such a lovely job throughout the D.A.R.E program, and quite honestly, throughout this year. And it's been a pleasure to watch you grow through D.A.R.E and watch you grow every day in the classroom. Haley Bates. Allie Darts. Henry Davis. Noel Diaz. Riley Franklin. Levi Garten. Trent Brower. Aubrey Henson. Lily Harold. Ryan Hertzerberg could not be here tonight. Ryan, we hope you're watching from home. Caleb Hudson. Maddie Jenkins. Luke Johnson. Miguel Keller. Roman Kime. Reese Lovett. Braden McGowan. Charlie Merrill. Peyton Nowak. Colin Parker. Colin, we hope that you're watching from home. Will Tierney. Dalton Walling. Carter Wright. Caleb Zink. Thank you.
Parents, thank you for giving me the opportunity to be your child's teacher. I could not be more proud of them and all of their accomplishments this year. Carter Allen. Mason Altman. Nancy Badwan. Lily Burnett. Sophie Collinson. Benny Costello. Silas Derby. Trenton Hafner. TJ Hartnett. Enzo Lawless. Liz Moore. Mila Mott. Colton Sayer. Dalton Sayer. Ben Steinbrugge. Veda Terrell. Allison Bollinger.
Thank you, parents, for coming out tonight. I want to say that I've been teaching a long time, and this truly is one of the kindest groups of children I've ever had the pleasure to teach. Miss Adeline Atkins Reynolds. Aaliyah Barnaby. Zal Bay. Aaron Carlton. Bodie Chandler couldn't be here. He has a hockey game. Johnny Craven is not here tonight. Peyton Dale. Jace the Ace Grady. Mr. Blake Heiner. Miss Avery Jennings. Clayton Knight. Beckham LeBeau. Cale McClellan. We also have Dylan Morak and Archer Ney, who couldn't be here tonight. Landon Orozco. Lucas Ponder. Emily Ray. Mr. Cohen Roach. Harrison Robart. Kylie Smith. Indiana Tate. And Miss Abigail West.
Oh, they killed the music before she got across. If we could get one more round of applause for it's always funny to watch how they change from in the classrooms, like when I arrived or when they arrived, you know, they're loud and they feel comfortable, and then they come across here. It's always one of the greatest pleasures of teaching the D.A.R.E program is to watch their little nervous tension going across. So, Vinny, good job. Everyone knows you're here. Good job, Vinny. Yeah, I was going to fall down myself and do the whole Billy Madison thing, but I didn't do it. So, again, congratulations. The next thing on there is the class project winner. That is the soda tabs. The soda tabs that maybe dangle around in your laundry, in your dryer, on the floor. They're hard to pick up. So we really started pushing the soda tabs again, and I had the privilege at MG Elementary over in the Fort Small School District to have a paraprofessional in one of my classes, and she was able to convey a little story about she adopted a child and had no idea the medical issues that the child would have, and their son spent 2.5 months in a hospital in California, and we figured up the average cost of a hotel for 75 days. It would have been over $18,000, and she explained to the kids how she paid zero. She paid zero because they're on McDonald House, and so that's what we collect the soda tabs. We've already taken more to Diddy and North. As a school, we collected 172 pounds of soda tabs. I know I sent a little booklet home. I don't know how many are in a pound anymore. I think it's 1,682 in a pound. So we had 172 pounds, and we're going to bring back the traveling trophy. I did borrow this one, so Miss Peg, you're going to have to bring it back when you're done. But the winner of this year's soda tab collection is Miss Peg's class. But again, it's a service project, and you all played a part in this. You all collected a little something. You can still collect. You can donate them back to your favorite teachers. You can give them to siblings. You can probably just some way drop them off at the police department. Every once in a while, we'll get bags of soda tabs. So again, it's such a great cause that, and I'm really proud of you guys for contributing. You, out of all my 3 schools that I have this semester, you guys were the top collector, so congratulations. So a little surprise in here, if I could have Aaliyah Davis, Rosie Green, Dalton Walling, and Peyton Dale, if you guys could come up to the stage. What's your name? Like she's never heard her name, so. It reminds me of the first day I go in, I have them put their name tags up, and of course they all have their name tags facing me, and I always give them a line that unless they're on a milk carton, a witness protection program, they should know show their names to me. Aaliyah wasn't sure, so, but I did call your name. Each of you were picked, little random drawing to choose who would pick the D.A.R.E lion home. And so each of you were chosen to get a D.A.R.E lion out of a little number draw, so congratulations on that. I did open it up. Most people don't know that our mayor is afraid of the dark, so he always wants to take one home. But I just want to say congratulations on taking the D.A.R.E lion. You're wearing a black shirt, so you're going to have hair all over you. But it's okay. So, is he heavy? Does he smell weird? All right. That's it. You guys can have a seat. So the last thing that we have is their pledge, but I just wanted to add just a couple things. I want to thank Sarah Smith. She's here somewhere. Oh, there she is, right there. Sarah works in our community service section. She helps us out. She put the bags together. In those bags are a D.A.R.E card. Those cards are, I'm not telling you to go other places, but I can tell you that McDonald's will give you a free soda if you show your card. But I've been told by other D.A.R.E students in the past that some other places, if you show it to them, will also maybe throw something in. But I didn't tell you that. And if they did, my name is Chief John Neske. I want to remind everyone, I didn't do this at other D.A.R.E graduations. We have a campaign across the county called Lock It or Lose It. Please lock your cars. We haven't had any, I'd say, out of every 100 cars that are broken into, one had the glass broken. Most of the cars are unlocked. I want you to always remember where is your garage door opener, right? Key to your house. But you could really help us out. We actually have a task force now we actually pursue, which means we put, at times, looking at the risk, we put the public at risk, we put our officers at risk, and it would be a great benefit if everyone would just lock their car doors. And of all the stolen cars, I don't think one of them didn't have the keys in it. No, they had the keys in it. So please lock your cars. And Mr. Eversole, thank you to him and his staff for allowing us to come into their auditorium. He just asked, they're short on, like everyone, they're short on staff for the janitors, and just asked, make sure we kind of pick up anything, don't leave anything behind, and help them out tonight. And other than that, I'm going to give you the 7 rules of life, and this is one of the things that the kids are going to promise to. The first rule of life is smile. It always works out in the end. Be kind. You have the power to make people feel good. Don't give up. If it doesn't work the first time, find another way. Don't compare. Everyone's on a different journey. Avoid negativity. Avoid negative thoughts, situations, and people. Make peace with your past. Focus on being present and creating a better future for yourself. And take care of your mind and body. One struggles to survive without the other. So, at this time, 5th grade, if you can stand up. Raise your right hand. Repeat after me. Your other right hand. It always works. Maddie, Riley, the other hand. There you go. I promise to smile. I promise to be kind. I promise to never give up. I promise not to compare. I promise to avoid negativity. I promise to make peace with my past. I promise to take care of my mind and body. I promise to be drug-free. So help me, Officer Dave. That's it.